Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you are new to my channel. My name's Camilla, and today we're watching Barry Lyndon. This is a movie that I don't think I had even heard of before starting this channel, and the only reason I now am watching it and I'm familiar with the name is because I've been going through all of Stanley Kubrick's films on the channel. So we've gone from the beginning, which I don't even remember. Was the first one Fear and Desire? We started with Fear and Desire, and some of those are just only available on my Patreon for full-length watch-along reactions, but we've since then gotten to some of the ones that I'm uploading here on YouTube. So now we are on to Barry Lyndon. I really don't know much about this movie at all. Also, I know that it's apparently Kubrick, not Kubrick, but my mouth just doesn't want to pronounce his name that way, okay? So I like the sound of Kubrick better. Is that mean? Is that rude? Kubrick. I did see that this is apparently based off of a novel by William Makepeace Thackeray. And so from that, I was able to tell that it looks like this takes place in the 18th century. That's truly, I think, the only knowledge I have of this movie other than that. So I'm really going in pretty blind to this movie. I don't know what's about to happen, but I do know that it's over 3 hours long. So we've got a big one awaiting us. So let's go ahead and hop on into Barry Lyndon. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any other Kubrick reactions or anything else, and give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and check out Patreon linked below if you want to see any of the Kubrick movies that I'm not going to be posting on YouTube, early access to what I am posting on YouTube, the whole shebang. Here we go. Here is Barry Lyndon. Barry Lyndon. Okay. Part 1, by what means Redmond Barry acquired the style and title of Barry Lyndon. Redmond Barry was his maiden name, his original name?
Cock your pistols!
Barry's father had been bred to the profession of the law. He would have made an eminent figure in his profession had he not been killed in a duel, which arose over the purchase of some horses.
R.I.P. Dad. Such an 18th century way to die, though, you know, just... let's have a duel real quick. Some Alexander Hamilton stuff, you know?
Many a man who had been smitten by the charms of the spinster now renewed his offers to the widow, but she refused all proposals of marriage.
Oh, wow. A noble stance, I guess. Just some good old 18th century activities. Cards.
First love. What a change it makes in a lad.
Turn around and face the wall.
Oh?
The object of Barry's attention was his cousin, Nora Brady by
Is this
name.
his cousin? You know, that's how the times
I
were.
have taken the ribbon from around my neck and hidden it somewhere on my person.
You gotta find it.
And I will think very little of you if you do not find it.
Okay, 18th century flirting. This could take a while to find. It's a voluptuous dress.
I cannot find it.
It's just a respectable boy, I guess.
You haven't looked properly.
I cannot find it.
He's not gonna play your games.
I'll give you a hint. Why are you trembling?
It's his first experience.
At the pleasure of finding the ribbon.
The pleasure of finding the ribbon, yeah.
Bradytown sent a company to join the Kilwangan Regiment, of which John Quinn was the captain.
Great posing. Oh my gosh, is she gonna fall in love with one of these redcoat soldiers and leave Barry? Amazing dance moves. Is Barry jealous?
Redmond, what is the matter?
Redmond, yeah. Not Barry, but...
Nora, were you obliged to dance 5 times with Captain Quinn?
5 times? Oh.
If he chose to ask me to dance, how could I refuse him?
But you refused me.
And to dance with your own cousin looks as though you could find no other partner.
Well...
Quinn is a man, and you're only a boy.
I'll fight him sword or pistol, captain as he is.
Redmond, don't be so silly.
Nora, I think you've imprinted upon Redmond. Or is it the other way around? Redmond's no, you would have. One of y'all imprinted on the other. Oh,
Except for you, and before others, I vow before all the gods.
Except for 4 others.
You men, John, your passion is not equal to ours.
You mean you never felt such an inclination for another?
Never, my John.
This looks like a painting. Like those people in the back don't even look real.
Nora was chaperoned by her brothers, Mick and Ulrich, whose interests would be much affected by the favourable outcome of her affair.
How could you do this to me, Nora?
Oh my god. Redmond. She's your cousin anyway.
I think this might be an opportune moment to return something to you.
Ooh.
It would appear you have something to discuss in private with this young man. Perhaps it would be best for me to withdraw.
How do you even know, dude? It's just a little scarf.
Are you then in the habit of giving intimate articles of your clothing to your parrot or lapdog?
Mayn't I give a bit of ribbon to my own cousin?
As many yards as you like.
Oh, she did the same thing to him. Okay, that makes sense.
I have the honor to wish you both a good day.
Yikes.
Jack Quinn.
She's got the same move, huh?
It is not the English way for ladies to have 2 lovers.
But he's allowed to. He's allowed to have her and 4 more.
John, wait!
Okay, that didn't go well.
Hang you for a meddling brat. What business had you to come quarrelling here with a gentleman who has 1,500 a year?
The brothers were trying to get that money. I feel like some of this is moving comically slow. Like even just their leans to talk to each other.
Here's to Captain and Mrs. John Quinn, and long life.
Excuse me? Since when? Now that's just cruel. Okay. Little Barry, little Redmond. It's okay. You didn't need to marry your cousin anyway.
My toast to you, Captain John Quinn.
That was such a weird throw.
The fact is, sir, the young monkey's fallen in love with Nora. He found herself and the captain mighty sweet in the garden today.
Okay, this is the exact same day and they got married.
And as for this impudent young swine, he shall be horsewhipped.
By calling on Redmond Barry, Esquire of Berryville.
Of Berryville.
Quinn has promised to pay off the £4,000 which is bothering your uncle so.
I will fight the man who pretends the hand of Nora Brady. I'll have his blood or he'll have mine.
Well, I believe him.
Faith, and I believe you.
Oh.
I never saw a lad more game in my life.
Will you take my message to him? Will you arrange a meeting?
If it must be, it must.
Oh, are they gonna have a duel? Ah, no, you might be dueling. Oh boy. Why would you want a duel if your dad died dueling?
This is a silly business. The girl will marry Quinn.
If Mr. Barry will apologise and go to Dublin, I will consider the whole affair honourably settled.
As long as there's an apology.
Say you're sorry, Redmond.
I don't think you can.
I'm not sorry. And I'll not apologize. And I'd soon go to Dublin as to hell.
Speak your truth.
3.
Yeah, okay. You were way too slow, dude.
Is he dead?
Why is this funny?
Quite dead.
This tone is so quirky.
This has been a sad day's work for our family, Redmond Barry.
Oh,
And you've robbed us of 1,500 a year.
sorry, Captain Quinn.
How different Barry's fate might have been had he not fallen in love with Nora. But he was destined to be a wanderer, and the battle with Quinn set him on his travels at a very early age.
Oh, okay. Off on a little solo adventure. This movie is bringing back one of the themes that we've seen so often with Kubrick of these dramatically drawn out shots.
And Barry rode towards Dublin, thinking not so much of the kind mother left alone, but of tomorrow and all the wonders it would bring.
Excuse me, miss. Would it be possible to have a drink of water?
Yes, sir.
Everyone's just hanging out outside, watching people ride by on the grassy road.
Will you join us in a drink?
Huh? That could be fun.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Would you like something to eat?
That's very kind of you, but I have to be on my way.
Not gonna take up their hospitality. Okay. I did not expect this
Goodbye.
tone for the movie. Okay, bye.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
Good morning again, young sir.
what are you? Oh, it's that guy? What do you want?
Get down off that horse.
Is he gonna steal his horse?
Raise your hands high above your head, please. How do you do? I'm Captain Feeney.
The Captain Feeney.
May I introduce you to my son, Seamus?
Hey, bro.
How do you do? How do you do?
Did they? What the heck is up with Barry's crotch, y'all? Did they like?
How do you do, Mr. Barry?
It looks like he's wearing something to make it more chunky.
There must be 20 guineas in gold here, Father.
You seem to be a very well set up young gentleman, sir.
That's all the money my mother had in the world. Mightn't I be allowed to keep it?
In my profession, we hear many such stories. I'm afraid I cannot grant your request. The next town is only 5 miles away.
Mightn't I be allowed to keep my horse?
Is he just robbing him? Okay. That's rough. Starting from literal scratch now.
All clever young fellows who are free and able are hereby invited to step up and meet the recruiting officer.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna join the military. He needs some sort of direction and job and housing.
Can I have a new beaker? This one is full of grease. Give the gentleman a towel and a basin of turtle soup.
Ask him about his wife, the washerwoman who baits him.
Is it a towel of your wife's washing? They say she wipes your face often with one. Why did you hide so yesterday when Mrs. Toole came to visit you? You afraid of getting your ears boxed?
Gentlemen,
Fist fight?
you may
Oh,
fight
boy.
it out with fists.
Why just picked up the whole bench? Form a square for this?
Step this way, please. The last man to remain standing is the winner. Now.
Oh, whack whack. Pow. Oh, jeez, Redmond. Really getting the punches off. Jeez, Redmond was made for this moment. Yeah, woo. He won the fight. I wonder if the book is satirical as well and has these comedic tones to it.
It would have been better for all of us if we'd known what had become of you. Didn't you think of writing to your mother?
He hasn't written at all.
But the shame I felt of losing all her money,
Oh.
my father's sword and pistols,
Oh.
I couldn't tell her.
You're her only concern. Now you must sit down tonight and write her a proper letter and tell her that you're safe and well and married to Brown Bess.
Brown Bess? Is that England or something?
Is Miss Brady well?
There are only 6 Miss Bradys now.
Did she die? She get sick?
She is now Mrs. John Quinn.
But he's dead.
Was there another John Quinn?
Yeah, what?
No, he recovered from his
Did
wound.
he... He lived!
The shot you hit him with
Dang.
was not likely to hurt him, for it was only made of tow.
They tricked him?
Do you think the Bradys would let you kill $1,500 a year out of the family?
Oh my god. And they just... Oh, Barry. So by doing that, he ended up pushing her to actually marry him.
Though this encounter is not recorded in any history books, it was memorable enough for those who took part.
You know, just planning to stick them all with your bayonets, why aren't you? Oh no, his friend! Oof. Oh, is he gonna save him? Oh.
I've only 100 guineas left to give you, for I lost the rest at cards last night. Kiss me, my boy, for we'll never meet again.
Okay. Oh, that's tender. Okay. Oh.
Barry's thoughts turned from those of military glory to those of finding a way to escape the service, and an accident occurred which took him out of the service in a rather singular manner.
The score this whole time has been so silly, too. Like, it's just these woodwinds. Half the time it just sounds like a couple people playing some recorders or something.
It was only a few miles through the forest to the area occupied by their Prussian allies.
Damn you. You know I can't stay cross with you for long.
It's times like
Take a
this
little
that I realize
horse.
how much I care for you, and how impossibly empty life would be without you.
Leave the two lovers in the lake.
Barry felt once more that he was in his proper sphere and determined never again to fall from the rank of a gentleman.
I'll never be a lowly countryman. I'll always be a man with status from here on out.
Sprechen Sie English? Is there an inn nearby where I might receive a meal?
I don't think so.
Guess he's just gonna have to come to your house.
Is that a little boy or a little girl?
A boy.
Hard to tell.
And what's his name?
Peter.
And where might Peter's father be?
He's in the war.
Must be hard for you to be alone.
Is he gonna try to hole up here with her?
It is.
Oh gosh.
It must be very dangerous for you to be in the war.
Oh, she wants him to hole up here.
You are sometimes lonely.
Sometimes.
He just falls in love with every girl he sees.
To stay with me for a few days or...
I think he would.
Would be very nice.
He's made himself homeless, so I think he'll hole up with you. Mutually beneficial situation.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Schatz.
Oh, goodbye already? At least it wasn't a cousin this time, you know? The fact that he's just still galloping around in his uniform is kind of weird. I don't know, maybe it just makes it easier for him to pass places, but you would think that eventually it would cause him troubles.
Thank you, Captain, but I must continue on my way. I'm carrying urgent dispatches. I'm traveling to Bremen.
Then you're obviously lost, Lieutenant, because Bremen is in the opposite direction.
My departure was so hastily organized that my orderly forgot to prepare proper maps of the area.
But may I ask whether you're carrying your identity papers?
Does it have his fake name on
Thank
it?
you very much, Lieutenant. I hope I haven't inconvenienced you in any way.
Oh.
Not at all.
I'd be very honored if you'd allow me to offer you a meal and a bed for the night.
Be honored to accept your invitation.
Okay, I guess we're in the clear.
He led Barry on with a skillful combination of questions and flattery.
Is he buttering him up to try to get some information?
To whom are you carrying your dispatches?
Okay.
General Williams.
Who's that? I don't
General
know if you should have said.
Percival Williamson. Sergeant, dieser Mann ist unter Arrest.
Oh!
You are a liar. You are a deserter.
Caught.
You pretend to carry dispatches to a general who has been dead these 10 months. You say your uncle is the British ambassador in Berlin with the ridiculous name of O'Grady.
It's pretty Irish.
Now, will you join and take the bounty, sir? Or will you be given up?
I volunteer.
The Prussian service was considerably worse than the English. Punishment was incessant,
Oh no!
and every officer had the right to inflict it.
Barry's just going wherever the wind takes him. Wherever the wind blows, there he goes. There's some really impressive long shots in this thing, though, where that was so much choreography of the background that they obviously had to figure out, and all of that happening in the one shot. Okay, he's helping. Oof. That's the main guy, right, who arrested him, so Barry hasn't been too fazed by the fact that that guy, like, kidnapped him, basically. Wow, he saved him.
Corporal Redmond Barry, in rescuing Captain Pottsdorf, was to be specially rewarded with the sum of 2 Frederick d'Or.
How much money is that?
Corporal Barry.
Just 2 of those little coins. It doesn't feel super valuable, but maybe it is.
But the idle, dissolute, and unprincipled. You've done a great deal of harm to the men, and for all your talents, bravery, I'm sure you will come to no good.
What I've only done as other soldiers have done. I never had a kind friend or protector before to show that I was worthy of better things.
This was supposed to be a moment to honor him, and you have to insult him? Please don't let something better happen to this poor dude.
I should like you to meet my uncle, the Minister of Police, Herr von Pottsdorf. And now there's another occasion on which you may make yourself useful to us. There's lately come to Berlin a gentleman in the service of the Empress Queen of Austria. He appears to follow the profession of a gambler. But we have some reason to fancy that this Monsieur de Ballybarry is a native of your country of Ireland, and that he has come here as a spy.
Oh, he wants Barry to spy on him. Is the potential spy, though, going to be able to suss out that Barry is from Ireland, too? Like, he might be a good spy. He might be good at his job. He might be able to figure out that he's Irish.
Also, is der junge Mann, den mir Sie backen hat. Sein Name ist Laszlo Zilagi.
Oh, gosh.
Jawohl, Euer Gnaden.
Are they saying real words? I feel like they're not half the time when they're speaking German. But I don't know German, so I don't know for sure.
But when Barry saw the splendor of the Chevalier's appearance, the nobleness of his manner, he felt it impossible to keep disguise with him.
The nobleness of his manner. He just wanted to be noble again.
I have a confession to make to you. I'm an Irishman. I was abducted into the Prussian army 2 years ago.
Oh, you're just putting it all out there. You might want to make sure he's Irish first.
The Chevalier was as much affected as Barry at thus finding one of his countrymen.
Okay, that's good.
Barry presented his reports regularly at the minister's office. The details were arranged between him and the Chevalier beforehand.
Got a cover for his new friend.
He was speedily able to give his dear patron much assistance against his opponents at the green table.
Oh, he's cheating.
If he adjusted a chair, it meant a...
Oh, that's fun.
Though I cannot say how, I believe you have cheated me.
Oh.
Your Grace owes me 15,500 Frederick d'or.
Was the prince cheated?
I believe the Chevalier won the money fairly.
He won the money and now y'all can go run away back to Ireland, right?
The king has determined to send the Chevalier out of the country.
All the arrangements are made. When the Chevalier comes out to his carriage tomorrow morning, 2 officers will meet him and escort him to the frontier.
Is he going to try to escape with him too, then?
The Chevalier de Ballybarry went out for his regular morning drive.
Where is my servant, Laszlo?
I will let down the steps for your honor.
What is the meaning of this?
Please get inside, your honor. We are going to drive to the frontier.
But I'm on my way to the Austrian ambassador's house.
It's Barry.
But if you come along willingly, I am to give you this purse on behalf of the Prince of Thüringen, containing 2,000 Friedrich d'or.
2,000? When he got 2 for saving that guy's life?
Without papers or passport, Barry was escorted across the frontier.
Yeah, that's one way to get out of there.
Himself had uneventfully crossed the frontier the night before.
Oh, that actually worked out quite well, huh?
Barry was once more free again and began his professional work as a gamester.
Oh. Ho, they are cheating everybody out of their money. Going back to the house, back to the table.
They always played on credit. They never pressed for their winnings. But woe to the man who did not pay when the note became due. Redmond Barry was sure to wait upon him with his bill. It was his great skill with the sword and readiness to use it that maintained the reputation of the firm, so to speak.
You'd go have a sword fight with whoever owed the money? Oh, pow.
I will pay you today, sir.
You better.
Though they were swimming upon the high tide of fortune, they had little to show for their labor, but some fine clothes and a few trinkets.
Yeah, it's hard to just build yourself into becoming one of these extravagant lords, basically, without being born into it.
And he began to have it in mind, as so many gentlemen had done before him, to marry a woman of fortune and condition.
Maybe he can marry into the wealth that he wants so badly.
The Countess of Lyndon, a woman of vast wealth and great beauty.
Okay, Lyndon.
Worn out by gout and a myriad of diseases.
That's her husband in the chair? Well, looks like her husband might not be around for too long. I don't know.
Samuel, I'm going outside for a breath of air.
He just got her so hot and bothered from that eye contact. Even, like, the pacing of this movie is so, like, think, like, the music is reminding me, or it, like, reflects the pacing of the movie, honestly. It's all kind of a similar pace. This is so overdramatic. Oh my goodness. Are we going straight for the kiss? Okay. Not even an exchange of names?
To make a long story short,
please.
6 hours after they met, her ladyship was in love.
Oh.
Have you done with my lady? I'm a man who would rather be known as a cuckold than a fool.
I think he wants you to be honest.
I think, Sir Charles Lyndon, that you've had too much to drink.
He wants to step into my shoes.
These are some rough coughs.
Isn't it a comfort to see her like a prudent housewife, getting everything ready for her husband's departure?
I hope you're not thinking of leaving us soon, Sir Charles.
Barry, you're being so fake.
What are the odds, gentlemen, that I live to see Mr. Barry hang yet?
Maybe he's just going to give him a heart attack by stressing him out. Oh, heart attack? Cough attack? Wait, are you serious? What's happening?
From a report in the St. James's Chronicle.
Oh my God.
Died at Spa in the Kingdom of Belgium, a name which is endeared to all his friends.
Oh my God. I guess I did kind of think it might happen right then. Oh, yeah, we've got the classic Kubrick intermission. Part 2, containing an account of the misfortune and disasters which befell Barry Lyndon. He's already had a lot of misfortune and disaster. He's also had good luck.
A year later,
okay,
on the 15th of June, Redmond Barry had the honor to lead to the altar the Countess of Lyndon.
Duly considering the causes for which matrimony
doesn't even
was
look
ordained.
real.
Redmond Barry assumed the style and title of Barry Lyndon.
There we go. That's how he made it to here.
Would you mind not smoking for a while?
Is this marriage already going downhill?
You should be happy that your mother has remarried.
Not in this way.
Aww.
And certainly not to this man.
The kid knows.
Do you not like your new father?
He seems to me little more than a common opportunist. I don't think he loves my mother at all.
Pretty accurate. Oh, we have a Barry Lyndon Jr.? Oh boy.
Her ladyship presented Barry with a son, Brian Patrick Lyndon, they called him.
None of those ancient heroes.
A jump scare. Smart editing, though. Right from first moment we see him as a father, making out with 2 topless ladies.
She was a mother and would have great comfort in the dressing, educating, and dandling of their little Brian.
Great comfort, yeah.
Barry believed that she should give up the pleasures and frivolities of the world.
She's just been used to having such a probably dull life, though. Like, I don't think there was much love at all in her previous marriage, so this poor lady. Excuse you? With the child right there? Really? Barry, what the heck? This kid might kill him or something.
Left alone by her husband, was rarely happy or in good humor. Now, she must add jealousy to her other complaints.
Oh, what the heck, Barry? Go do something with your life.
We're taking the children for a ride to the village. We'll be back in time for tea.
Give your father a proper kiss.
Lord Bullingdon.
Doesn't want to.
Is that the way to behave to your father?
My father was Sir Charles Lyndon. I have not forgotten him if others have.
Oh.
Madam, you have insulted my father.
He's right.
Dearest, will you excuse Lord Bullingdon and me for a few minutes? We have something to discuss in private.
Okay, please be nice to the child, Barry. You're kind of going down a new path.
1.
Oh. Oh.
2. 5. 6.
Boo.
As men serve me, I serve them. I've never laid a cane on the back of a lord before, but if you force me to, I shall speedily become used to the practice.
Ugh. Evil stepdaddy.
I shall show you the knot.
Did we just do a time jump?
As Bullingdon
Yeah.
grew up to be a man, his hatred for Barry assumed an intensity equaled only by his increased devotion to his mother.
Oh boy.
It's a blessing to see my darling boy has attained a position I always knew was his due. Your lady wife knows she has a treasure she couldn't have had had she taken a duke to marry her. But if one day she should tire of my wild Redmond and his old-fashioned Irish ways, or if she should die, what future would there be for my son? You have not a penny of your own.
Does he not inherit the estate? I guess it would go...
The entire estate would go to
It
young
would go
Bullingdon,
to the son, huh?
who bears you little affection. You must obtain a title. I shall not rest until I see you Lord Lyndon.
How do you do that? How do you just become a lord?
I cannot promise you how long it will take, but any gentleman with an estate and 30,000 a year should have a peerage.
Okay, sounds like it shouldn't be too hard for him to get a title then.
The striving after this peerage was one of Barry's most unlucky dealings of this time. He bought lands at 10 times their value. Bribes were administered, and in high places too.
Oh, is it his brothers?
This is by Ludovico Cordi.
Peanut has made an appearance. Or I mean, I guess they were his cousins.
Barry was one of those born clever enough at gaining a fortune, but incapable of keeping one.
Maybe you're just not supposed to be rich, dude. Maybe it's just not meant for you and you need to go back to that farm, see if that lady's husband ever came home. Live a humble farm life.
What does strenuous mean?
It means an effort requiring strength.
What does quadrangle mean?
Now, please be quiet, Brian, and let me get on with my own work.
That's my pencil. Give it to me.
No, it isn't.
My pencil.
Uh-oh. I feel like he's gonna hurt Brian. Oh.
What the devil is going on in here? I told you never to lay a hand on this child.
God, dude. Oh. Well.
2.
Will that be all, Mr. Redmond, Barry?
Oh, he's addressing him by his old name.
I will submit to no further chastisement from you. I will kill you if you lay hands on me ever again.
Oh, think you better believe him.
Get out of here.
I could see that happening, or an attempt at least. Brian's wearing his shoes. Why is he wearing your shoes? So what's going on, boys?
Don't you think he fits my shoes very well, your ladyship? What a pity it is I am not dead for your sake. The Lyndons would then have a worthy representative and enjoy all the benefits of the illustrious blood of the Barrys of Barryville, would they not? Mr. Redmond Barry.
You ought to know I would have loved his elder brother, had he proved worthy of any mother's affection.
Oh.
I have borne as long as mortal could endure the ill treatment of the insolent Irish upstart whom you have taken into your bed.
Oh.
His brutal and ungentlemanlike behavior, his shameless robberies and swindling of my property. And as I cannot bear to witness his treatment of you, I have decided to leave my home and never return, at least during his detested life.
Way to cause a scene, Mr. Oh. Jeez. Brian's delighted. Not a good look, dude. You just beat up your stepson in front of, I don't know, 50 people. Probably all of society, basically.
By the way, on the 8th of next month, we're having some guests over for cards. We'd love to have you and Lady Wendover join us.
Probably nobody wants to be associated with you anymore, dude. You had a pretty crazy outburst at your home.
His friends fell away from him, and a legend arose of his cruelty to his stepson.
It's not completely a legend. You were a little bit cruel.
Now all the bills came down on him together. Barry was now bound up in an inextricable toil of bills and debts.
We're going bankrupt. I mean, you know, maybe in all of this time, I guess it just wasn't the way, but maybe you should have found a job. But I guess if you're in society, your job is just being in society.
Barry had his faults, but no man could say of him that he was not a good and tender father.
Only to his biological son, not to his stepson.
It is impossible to convey what high hopes he had for the boy.
Why are they saying this in like past tense? Is the kid gonna die?
But fate had determined that he should leave none of his race behind him.
Uh-oh. Brian's gonna die? Spoiler. Oh god, what's gonna happen? But he's such a cute little kid.
Will you buy me a horse?
Will I buy you a horse?
Yes, Papa.
You're on a horse right now. Oh my
A real horse. Then I can ride with you on the hunt.
Is he gonna get trampled by a horse or something?
There's nothing I want in the whole world more than a horse.
I'll think about it.
Why do I feel like this horse is gonna kill him?
But one of the boys in the stable told Nellie that you'd already bought it. Is that true?
Brian, when is your birthday?
Next Tuesday.
Then maybe I'll find out on your birthday, little guy.
Sure, thank you, Papa.
I'm dreading Brian's birthday now.
Promise me you will not ride that horse except in the company of your father.
Oh, foreshadowing.
Come in.
These two guys.
I believe Master Brian may have disobeyed your orders and stolen away to Doolan's farm. One of the cooks said she saw him cross the kitchen yard at daybreak.
Oh no. Oh, he's alive. Okay, good.
What has happened here?
Riding across the field, sir, and having trouble with the horse.
Oh, we don't need to see this. We don't need to see this.
Animal plunged and reared, and the poor lad was thrown.
Oh my gosh, his head.
Why did you disobey me?
You won't hit me, will you?
Please don't when he's bleeding out of his skull.
He remained yet with his parents for 2 days, and a sad comfort it was to know he was in no pain.
Pa, am I going to die?
No, my darling, you're not going to die. You're going to get better.
But I can't feel anything. Except in my hands.
It's where you were hurt by the horse. But you're going to be all right now.
If I die, will I go to heaven?
He doesn't seem too scared
Of course
death.
you will, my darling.
Brave little Brian.
But you're not going to die.
Will you both promise me something?
He's really taking the reins here.
Promise me never to quarrel so, but to love each other, so that we may meet again in heaven.
Oh, that's so sweet. Not the little child-sized coffin. Oh, gonna put him to bed.
Barry's grief was inconsolable. His mother was the only person in his misfortune who would remain faithful to him. The entire management of the house and of the Lyndon estate fell to Mrs. Barry.
Is she gonna see that things are not quite in order?
I need not tell you that the recent tragedy to this family has made the services of a tutor no longer required at Castle Hackton.
Yeah, there's not really a kid here anymore.
I'm afraid I must ask you, with the greatest reluctance, to resign your post.
But it is out of the question for me to consider leaving her ladyship in her present state.
Oh, he just cares about her. And maybe needs some
But
housing.
I truly believe you are largely responsible for the state of mind she is in. And the sooner you leave, the better she will be.
Yeah.
You and your son have almost succeeded in destroying a fine family fortune.
They're gonna try to take over.
You will pack your bags and leave by tomorrow morning.
Maybe he can get to Lady Lyndon soon enough. Are you okay, girl? Oh.
Though she succeeded only in making herself dangerously ill.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, Barry and his mom are just... Honestly, I'm not really rooting for Barry, even though he's the title character. I mean, I do feel bad for him.
I know now what I must do.
Are you gonna kill Barry? Or just another duel? Is Barry gonna die in a duel just like his dad? So many of these shots really do look like just a portrait, a painting. Whoa. That's a painting. That was a painting right there.
I have now come to claim that satisfaction.
Yeah.
These are matched pairs of pistols. Your second has loaded one, and I have loaded the other. I will toss a coin in the air. If Lord Bullingdon calls correctly, he will have the first fire.
What? One of them gets to fire before the other one? This is a different type of duel. I thought duels were just at the countdown you both fire.
Heads.
It is heads.
Okay, so he has first fire. I mean, this just seems like, how would you even miss? If you've at least fired a gun a few times before, like, they're so close to each other. Like, are you allowed to dodge? Can he dodge the bullet?
Are you ready to receive Lord Bullingdon's fire?
Yes.
Oh, what? Well, there goes your bullet, I think.
Sir Richard, this pistol must be faulty. I must have another one.
That counts as your shot.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. This might be it for you. Oh, what is ew? Ew, he's vomiting. Ew! I do not like those noises. Don't kill your stepson, dude. Okay? You're the father figure. Be the bigger man here.
Two.
Oh, yeah. Fire to the side there. There we go.
In view of Mr. Lyndon having fired into the ground, do you now consider that you have received satisfaction?
I hope so. Can we be done with this?
I have not received satisfaction.
So are we just gonna keep doing this? What do you mean? Honestly though, this guy at this point, this son is kind of like, it's very similar to young Barry. And you know how he wanted to do that duel and...
One.
Oh my gosh. Ah! Dodge it, dodge it. Where'd he get him?
Barry was carried to an inn nearby.
Thank God we don't do duels
The
anymore.
surgeon was called.
I'm afraid you'll have to lose the leg.
Lose the leg? What for?
To live?
The simple answer to that is to save your life.
Oh, how you've fallen, sir. But you know, in a way, you did kind of bring this upon yourself.
As soon as we arrive at Castle Hackton, I want you to inform Mrs. Barry of what has happened, and that in no event is she to be allowed the opportunity to see my mother or create any disturbance at the house before she leaves.
You received my note?
Yes, we were expecting you.
Lord Bullingdon has instructed me to offer you an annuity of 500 guineas a year for life.
Okay.
And your credit is so blown that you could not hope to raise a shilling.
Yeesh. Yeah, you've had some tough cards handed to you. You've also just not done the best with your cards, I guess.
What was the lonely and broken-hearted man to do? Sometime later, he traveled to the continent. His life there, we have not the means of following accurately.
Continent? Does that mean America?
He appears to have resumed his former profession of a gambler without his former success. He never saw Lady Lyndon again.
Jeez. They had no love for each other. That's sad. Oh, what's this? His annuity. Yeah, 500 guineas. Just to get him out of their lives. Imagine that. Imagine being such a tough hang that they're paying you 500 guineas a year to get up and get out. Is that how she found out, though? Maybe she didn't know until that moment what exactly had happened. Is this about to be it? This feels like they're about to cut it off. Yeah. Epilogue. It was in the reign of George III that the aforesaid personages lived and quarreled, good or bad, handsome or ugly, rich or poor. They are all equal now. Peanut let a meow out if you heard him. Wow, wow, wow. That was really not at all what I was picturing this to be. I didn't know it was going to be a period piece until I clicked on this to watch it, and then was seeing that it was from this book and everything. So up until then, I thought it was just something that took place in the 70s or something, like a modern day of that time. movie. I think we can pretty confidently say at this point that maybe one of Kubrick's biggest signature things that he does, biggest signature styles is these unbelievably long drawn out shots. I feel like most of all, we've seen that in Spartacus, of course, 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's probably the most like notorious movie for doing that ever in general. But now this as well. But it's interesting because every time, oh my gosh, Peanut. Because every time that it has been done, that has been super noticeable to me, at least, it feels like it's for such different reasons. Like with this movie, I feel like it was a tool he was using to emphasize the comedy. But it's just interesting so far because it's like these movies that the story themselves and what's happening within it, I like could probably be cut down by like 30 minutes to an hour, but everything is stretched out so much in some of these movies. And it's really just, I mean, honestly, this is just an observation that it seems to be a part of his style a lot of times. There were definitely some new cinematography things he was doing in this that I couldn't think off the top of my head that he had done quite as much before, most of all being these zooms. And they were true zooms. They weren't like pushing in or out with the camera on wheels or anything. They were zooming in and out. Yeah, that was an interesting protagonist because he wasn't ever fully unlikable, even once he became, even like after he married Mrs. Lyndon and really started to, I guess, have a little bit more of a downfall. I mean, of course he's unlikable when he's eating his stepson, but everything else around that, he never turns into an awful person. And so it does feel silly and sad and mundane that all of these pretty disappointing and tragic things keep happening to him. I mean, the most tragic, of course, being his son's death. But like all along the way, he's just trying to get by. He's just trying to be a decent guy. I think one of the most defining moments of his character was when he saved the Prussian, captain or whatever his title was. But, if he had wanted to, he did not have to save him. So I don't know, that just spoke a lot to his character in general. And he was overall trying to be a good, decent guy, but he just, I don't know. This movie definitely, of course, reminded me of Forrest Gump in some ways. Obviously, it came before Forrest Gump. Just this following of one character and basically everybody else just kind of comes in and out of his life. Maybe there's a constant, which I guess is kind of his mother. And then in Forrest Gump, I guess that would be Jenny. It's really just the structure of the movie where it's similar to Forrest Gump in that it's this character getting into all of these random things, because other than that, Barry is just on this journey of, it's not a complete downward spiral because he'll go down and then he'll go back up a little bit, but overall, like the greed within him and this arrogance within him, it just keeps coming out and winning, even though he just like, he never comes across as the worst guy you've ever met or anything like that. He's not the best. And these maybe more selfish personality traits, they just win sometimes. He really left so much of his life up to kind of just like, whatever happens, but like also trying to finagle a system along the way, never necessarily trying that hard to find a new path unless it was something that just crossed his path, that like fell into his lap a little bit. He was never really seeking out something better for himself, to build for himself. He was just always kind of like, how can I skate by and get into a situation where things will be provided for me? And it really does seem like that curse of being born into, some level of wealth. Yeah, this movie was not what I expected at all. Very interesting vibe, but a lot of comedic moments and honestly kind of just fun to sit in the quirky awkwardness of some of these scenes. What is up next? It's that war movie that I can't think of the name of off the top of my head, right? Full Metal Jacket. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss the rest of our Kubrick uploads, and go back on the channel and watch the ones that you've missed. If you've missed any of them, please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.